Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. FYI for this video, that tiny little bit of intro there was actually recorded almost a week ago on Monday before all of this happened. And here we are a lot later into the week with still some of this stuff being pretty interesting. I'm gonna add some more fresh news to begin with though, and then we're gonna go into the stuff that I wasn't able to bring up due to the just storm of news that came in terms of Overwatch this week. Let's get started. Most of you know about Overwatch League, the tier 1 part of the Overwatch competitive scene. There's also tier 2 and tier 3, Contenders, and of course Open Division. Contenders has kind of been under fire the past year or so for a lot of odd decisions made by Blizzard for Contenders, choosing to play things online instead of on LAN, various teams in Contenders acting in very strange ways, and a whole range of other things, and it seems that trend is continuing into 2019. XL2, the academy team of the New York XL, have parted ways with Mangachu, Cloneman, and Goliath, and they seemed very much out of nowhere because they've been performing well on XL2, and XL2 has been performing well as a team with those people on there. So from that perspective, it doesn't really make any sense to get rid of them. It turns out that XL2 are looking for New Yorkers to represent their team a bit more. Most likely to have New Yorkers come into XL2, the academy team, play there, get better, improve, get some experience under their belt, and then go up to the New York XL and have some local talent from New York be represented in the Overwatch League there, which in a way makes sense. But Goliath, Cloneman, and Mangachu are definitely all very skilled players who have been doing really well on XL2 as well, and are then just put in this limbo of looking for a team that no pro player in any esports scene anywhere enjoys being in. At first, when the whole thing was very unclear, people asked XL2 on Twitter, who then confirmed and said, unfortunately we are only looking for New Yorkers, this being in regards to filling those couple spots that are now freed up on their roster. And then the NYXL Twitter actually clarified and said, we welcome anyone from the tri-state area to apply, which isn't just New York, that's New Jersey and Connecticut as well. This argument of having more local talent represent Overwatch League teams now that they are sort of, tied to a geographical location makes sense in a way, but this can also be extremely limiting and really tear teams apart. And honestly, for who are they really doing that in the end? A lot of people were very upset about this on Reddit, on Twitter and such. And I think for a very good reason. It's important to voice your opinion about this at this sort of time, so Blizzard and esport organizations know kind of where the player base, the community, and of course the pro players themselves stand on this. I'm gonna be linking these players looking for team tweets in the description. You can go follow them and give them a retweet. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it. I might throw in a couple extra players who are also looking for team there as well. Best of luck to those guys for sure. Moving on, talking about Overwatch esports as well, but this time about spectating. Before that PTR patch we saw this week as well, there was actually another one that introduced some changes to Overwatch spectating. And let's begin with the settings menu here, as we have waypoint opacity and respawn icon opacity added onto the PTR that I think a lot of people kind of missed. This is something that I actually think a lot of people get quite irritated by or just annoyed at here and there. So it's nice to have that setting for sure. I'll definitely be tweaking that. But in addition to that, under gameplay, we can also see use simple third person spectator camera or 3P spectator camera and enable voice lines while spectating. So more spectator related stuff, but still kind of UI and spectating related. The simple third person spectator camera is pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy going on here, but when looking at the game like this in spectator mode, we can also see some new UI changes that have actually been made to easily be able to keep track of what heroes are doing when they're ulting, when they're frozen and such. Here are a bunch of the different changes that you can see. For example, using ult, stun, biotic nade, freeze, hack and sleep are all effects that you can actually see on the UI now, so pretty useful. And as a lot of people have pointed out, this is most likely in preparation for Overwatch League Season 2 starting in February, not too far away, so that should be pretty exciting. And it's good to see this sort of quality of live spectator updates. We've covered a bunch of the other stuff that was put on the PTR as well later into the week, but I wanted to make sure to have that Spectator UI stuff covered because I thought it was pretty interesting and honestly pretty useful. But that is essentially all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out those players' tweets in the description and give them some support on there for sure. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.